to 125th Street, right next to Magic Johnson Theater.
Yeah.
You had to go to 145th Street to register. I went there. They gave me the form. They said you have to call your health insurance. I have Eminent Health.
Right.
I called them. They said, according to my insurance that I have, I'm not eligible for it. And I have Eminent Health and Medicare. That's Medicaid.
So it depends on your insurance carrier. Okay. Well, I suggest, not everyone has the same insurance carrier, so I suggest don't give up. Still check into it because it's a wonderful program. Victoria mentioned some wonderful things about it.
I'm premature on this.
Okay.
I'm not on Medicaid.
Okay.
That's what I got.
Okay. We'll be checking in with you guys.
Excuse me, see, that's why I said 145th Street. Now, they should still have that logo, health committed logo on the left side, telling you, not that I know it all, but I know my community and I gotta slow down.
Excuse me, I went there and I spoke to the young lady at the desk. And she said, Joyce is the one that's in charge. She said, Joyce don't want to see nothing but just those 16 ID number on the form. And she gave me the form. I asked her, what am I supposed to do? She said, call your health insurance. My health insurance don't cover that.
No, Sheila, I'm sure you did the right thing. Because
I'm sure the situation told me, and my insurance said they don't cover it.
but the wonderful thing is again, like Lyra.
Maybe because my union still pays for my health insurance when I retire. Yes. And I get refund at the end of the year for my pharmacy and my health insurance. Every
All
end of the
right.
year.
How's everyone doing? Okay, good. So what I'm going to do is talk to you about how you can actively engage with your doctor in terms of your high blood pressure. Because there's certain things that really should happen when you go to the doctor in terms of evaluation for your blood pressure, helping you self-manage your blood pressure, things that need to be followed if you have blood pressure, and some medication issues. Okay? So when you come in and you go to see the doctor, what normally happens after you check in at the front desk and the medical assistant or the nurse calls you back?
Check the blood pressure.
Take the blood pressure. Okay.
And you wait.
Take the blood pressure, weight, temperature. Okay. Now when you get your blood pressure taken, do you think it's done accurately?
Not always.
And what makes you say it's not done accurately?
Because they don't sit you right.
Okay.
You're sitting on the table.
Yeah.
So.
Where's your arms? Where's your arms, typically?
Okay.
It's actually, okay. Oftentimes, I see it just dangling.
And sometimes they're talking to you while you're
Exactly. And if it's easy now, right? Because it's warm and we have oftentimes short sleeve shirts. But what about in the winter time when you go? They'll take it over the sleeve, they'll take it over the coat, they'll take it over the sweater. I've seen a lot of different things and they're not supposed to. Okay. So, do they normally tell you your number?
Yes. Not all the time.
Yes. Not all the time.
Okay.
I'm staff, I'm usually right next to it. That was my doctor.
Okay. But some people don't know what it is when they get it checked by the nurse or the medical assistant. They tell you?
Not all the time.
Okay, so some people are saying,
But if you ask, we'll tell.
yes, of course. Okay.
I think it's a part of it.
Okay, good. So when you go back to the doctor and you're in the office with the doctor, okay, do they recheck it?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Mine does. Yes, mine does.
Okay. So that's the point. First of all, it's always important to know what that number is when they take it. Always know that if it's colder and it's in the winter time, it should never be taken over a thick sweater. Never, never, never. So if they're doing it that way, you should say, hold on a minute. Yes, exactly. Take your arm out of the sleeve, or if it's in a public place, then you can say, can we move to another area so I can, get the blood pressure checked correctly? Because I often see so many things done incorrectly by the medical assistants or sometimes even the nurses. And it's really important, there's a sheet in there in terms of taking your blood pressure. Really review that. So when you go and you see your blood pressure being taken incorrectly, you can point out and say, no, I need to take off my shirt, or I need to take my hand out of the sweater, or I need to have my hand elevated, not dangling. Because it's extremely important to know proper technique. Also, the cuff size needs to be accurate as well. It needs to fit your arm. So it shouldn't be a very tight cuff. When the cuff is put on, it should go all the way around and then some. Okay, it shouldn't be a really tight cuff because that's going to falsely elevate your pressure. The reason why it's also important to know what the number is when initially it's taken is because, say for instance, it's really high and your pressure is not normally high. Then sometimes, you get called in, you rush in, you sit down, and they take it right away. And so that's why it could be elevated. The cuff size can be too small. You have a lot of stuff on, and it's not done a proper technique. The hand is hanging down. And remember, doctors make changes to your blood pressure medication based on these numbers. So the doctor should definitely check it again. And that's important. Insist. Like if you're not taking your diuretic because of that, then you can't be a diuretic. It has to be changed because you're not going to be taking that medication. And I see that so many times. People on medications that they don't take because of certain things, if it's that significantly impacting your life, then it needs to be changed. So you need to talk to your doctor about these issues in terms of not taking medications because you're going out. So that's one thing. And side effects. Huge, huge, huge. Oh, hold on.
And even that happened, initially when that happened, and the pressure went down, I was sort of freaked out because I felt extremely weak. It was 89 or 40. So I called my primary doctor, and they couldn't give me an appointment for another month. So I need a good primary doctor.
Your office doesn't have a walk-in appointment?
Not that I know.
You should. Because, different things could be happening. The blood pressure goes down low all of a sudden. Why is that? Something really serious could be happening. Could there be something going on with your heart? Could you have an infection that you don't know about? So it needs to be evaluated. If your blood pressure goes that low and all of a sudden this is happening and that doesn't happen normally, that needs to be evaluated.
Can you recommend a primary doctor?
What did she say? Can I recommend a primary doctor?
I'm still searching.
I'll talk to you afterwards. Yeah.
My mother had a condition where when she lied down and she died, I forgot the name of it, her pressure used to drop.
Orthostatic hypotension or postural hypertension.
Did everybody hear what she said? Say it again.
Orthostatic hypotension or postural hypotension. When you get up, your blood pressure drops, and you feel dizzy or lightheaded or sometimes even faint. Just diagnosed that in a patient on Tuesday, yesterday, in the office, and you diagnose it. It's a very characteristic symptom pattern, right?
Yeah.
You are lying flat in bed, and then you get up and you feel woozy, or you actually stand up and you feel woozy, and you may even faint. And people have had major accidents with that happening. And you absolutely, when that happens, need evaluation by a doctor, and also a referral to cardiology. This woman I saw was 39, and she'd never been referred to cardiology, and she finally was. And she had a couple of incidences in the street where she had a fractured arm. So it's something that needs to be diagnosed. You diagnose it by laying flat on the exam table and you take your blood pressure and heart rate. Then you wait a few minutes and then they sit up. And when they sit up, I have the monitor on their finger, looking at exactly what happens with their heart rate, and then I take their blood pressure. And then we wait a few minutes, and then they stand, and I repeat the whole thing. If there's a decrease in the blood pressure of more than 20, of the systolic, the top number, or an increase in heart rate by 20, then that's diagnosis. If it doesn't quite meet 20, either way, it's greater than 15, that's diagnostic, essentially. it's diagnostic. And in those types of patients, they definitely, we recommend certain things. They have to get up very slowly and acclimate to each sitting up and then stand up very slowly. Drink plenty of fluids, especially in hot weather like this, when you may not be drinking enough, or you may be losing fluid through the skin by your perspiration, and you're not keeping up with fluid. We tell them, carry a water bottle and just drink as much as you can throughout the day. Some people are even told, depending on how low the blood pressure drops, to consume more sodium, but that's not a recommendation that I would make at all in anyone with hypertension. She clearly has very low blood pressure, actually. And then we also evaluate them in terms of the cardiologist's office. We do an echocardiogram to make sure they don't have structural heart disease, an EKG, obviously, electrocardiogram, and then I do a treadmill study. And that allows me to see, is there an appropriate increase in heart rate and blood pressure with exercise? And sometimes there's not. And that would send me down a different path. But yeah, postural hypotension, so low blood pressure when you stand up, is something that's real. It affects women more commonly than men.
The question is here, the next question is
Actually, I had a different doctor. I was probably doing good because I didn't have one. But then I started, everybody said ginger tea is good. But I would go out and buy the ginger root and do my tea that way. And that's when my doctor told me to stop doing ginger, period. And I love using ginger because ginger actually elevates your blood pressure. Yes. And then some people, like me, and I think she's one of them, drink it every day. Even though, and also it's good in medicine. It's good, that's what I'm saying, it's good for life. But
I think the question is answered. Yes, so issues with ginger. That often comes up. I think I haven't done a lecture where I haven't heard that question because everyone gets conflicting reports on what ginger does. Some people are told it's really good for blood pressure. Some people gets told that it increases your blood pressure, ginger root. So,
Put green tea in there now.
what?
Put green tea in there.
Well, depending on the caffeine of that any stimulant can increase blood pressure, So, I'm going to say that having a cup of ginger tea is not going to significantly impact your blood pressure.
that's the one with everybody that's
Okay.
in the back, right?
Or or even ginger root. I'm telling you, I know so many people who drink, who use ginger in food and who use it in tea. Exactly, and it does it in water. Exactly. So I'm going to say,
Depends on the body. Depends on the body. Everybody I do ginger, candy, anything, I can take my friend. I'll make it in room for 200. I don't care what. It's been down like 140.
on behalf of the rest of my Patriot, I would like to thank you and Elizabeth and the city, Nancy and Elizabeth, for their time and consideration in helping us all travel this road.
You're more than welcome.
You're more than welcome.
Anybody else?
Hi, last week there was a question, let me start over. I had to introduce to the group about getting silver sneakers if you had a certain plan. So today I just Googled and I just want to tell you real briefly what I found out. Okay, the question is, do you know that, the answer is, do you know that many Medicare Advantage plans and other plans already include free fitness programs and silver sneakers? So I Googled under New York, and it gave me a listing of the insurance plans that do offer silver sneakers. So I'll just tell you really, really quickly. Aetna Medicare, Affinity Health Plan, which is known as the Affinity Medicare Passport Essentials, and you can go on, but if you simply Google which plans offer silver sneakers, it will tell you. Now, the one that we had addressed last week was Emblem Health. I'm going to put the focus on that. Emblem Health VIP Essential Plan, Emblem Health VIP Gold, Emblem Health VIP Gold Plus, and VIP Dual Plan HMO plan. These are the plans that I was talking about last week. They do offer the silver sneakers. So if you do have one of these plans, I do believe you would qualify to get silver sneakers. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay. Thanks for the information. Anybody else want to add anything? Because we probably won't see each other again until September. Anybody want to say anything before we have the mic? Can everyone put their blood pressure meters on the table and we will collect them.